So, what's good, everybody? Now, we got a couple of things to discuss in case of Asphalt Legends Unite that needs immediate attention from GameLoft. There are a lot of things happening right now that do not make any sense, and I want GameLoft to fix this ASAP. There are a couple of things in case of car hunts that have been changed. I'm not talking about the car, but the weekly exclusive car hunts like the VLF, the Shen, etc. that has been discussed, and I will be talking about at the moment because I saw that on car, Cars On's channel on his video, which I will be recording as well because he also has to. No, I saw a lot of things in case of Knockdown Fest, and that annoyed me. And luckily, he actually put that on a video which showed the Knockdown Fest we got into after Asphalt Legends Unite came to be. Now, unlike the previous seasons like Ghost, Slipstream, etc., Classic right now in this game, Asphalt Legends Unite, has become a severe problem. I'm not talking about a problem, I'm talking about the severe problem. It's no longer enjoyable. So we got a couple of things that we need to highlight. I'm gonna explain. And yeah, I'm going to talk about the weekly thing, about the Knockdown Fest, suggestions, and a couple of things that needs to be directly addressed with GameLoft. And after that, yeah, I hope GameLoft sees it and fixes it and makes sure that we are being a bunch of happy people after this, because from what I can tell, GameLoft does care about its players, but there are things that are not done correctly or good that, like I said, require immediate attention, that does hurt the players' loyalty, etc. And I'm not talking about the graphics, etc. I'm talking about the game, how it has been changed without informing us, and that really needs something to be fixed ASAP. Having that said, let's go to the next scene and talk about everything else. Now, about 10 days ago, Carzon was dropping a video called Asphalt Legends Unite Multiplayer is unplayable. And the reason why is quite obvious. If you guys can see it here in the comment section, the players are somehow way wilder than Asphalt 9. I'm always getting knocked down. This something free to play player face most in MP. Their only option is mediocres, and then there are these 360 spawners, which I wholeheartedly agree. I have seen it especially in the World Season, and that has got to be the most annoying thing I have ever seen in my life. Every match is knocked down by someone, even though I am giving them the entire street to pass me. It's just too frustrating right now. I strongly believe they should rework the knockdown system, because it's usually uncontrollable where you get knocked down, and it's too punishing when it happens. That's absolutely true. Once you get knocked down, you're definitely last, unless you're way ahead, which barely even happens if you're getting knocked down, because most of the time right now with the players playing and the cars that are being distributed, most of the cars are evenly matched. So getting way ahead is virtually impossible, unlike the previous season, which was way easier. Because it does, if it does the race over you, they should make it a bit harder to knock people down in general and make the respawn time much faster. I wholeheartedly agree with this one, and I will show you in a moment what they mean. But yeah, a lot more people can say the same thing here. Yep, I can confirm multiplayer has gotten so bad that I've literally not touched it ever since the update. League mixing existing when crossplay is also enabled, it's absolutely bonkers though. Let's just hope GameLoft fixes this, along with a ton of other bugs in the Windows version, like broken overclock menu, no Apex, and the Pininfarina Yesco Absolute on the Drive Syndicate page. On a random note, I hate the fact that GameLoft changed out the cars required for the Resvani Beast, Cadillac, Cien concept events, Acura NSX and the Porsche Snake are replaced by Fensarti and the Ginetta G60. Yeah, that's also something that I've seen, especially in case of the other cars. In case of, what's it called again? The Lamborghini Egoista, as well as the, what's that called again? The Triumph Nemesis. And they have done it without a warning, so they should fix this. So here is one thing, GameLoft, please fix this issue right now. It is inherently annoying that we have not been updated beforehand, that there will be a change in requirements of cars during the weekly car seasons that we get, such as, which you guys can see, Resvani Beast, Cadillac Cien concept, Acura NSX that has been changed, and the Porsche Stargate has been changed and replaced. And not even that, but also of the, what's that called again, the VLF Force V10. I mean, come on, you should have warned us before. But anyways, let me show you. I'm gonna take away the sound, but this is from the channel Cars On, a Spanish brother from another mother. And let me give him a like. I'm subscribed to it right now. I thought I was subscribed, but or by accident I removed it. But here is what you guys can see from here. Now these knockdowns are not that much of a problem. The physics, they need to fix this, absolutely. This incoming isn't a problem as well, because that of course happens. People get, and I think that's because those are the touch drivers. But check this out. That's first knockdown. And then somebody comes and tries a 360. Here. 360. This one was kind of his fault. This one was accident. He should have dropped this a little bit better though. That one was his fault. And this one was a knockdown, a 360. And there's here another 360. Like, these people cannot play normally. That knockdown is to be expected. It's not that bad, but not pleasant either. Yeah, that is your own fault. But here he is explaining in subtitles.
Today's video topic about. Today I will be talking about the new multiplayer system we have got with the launch of Asphalt Legends Unite, which was Asphalt 9 Legends' largest expansion ever introduced into the game. You know, Asphalt 9 multiplayer wasn't perfect, but in all honesty, I don't think the current system is far better than what we used to have. It definitely has a few issues which I will mention today, so grab your favorite snack, take a seat and get ready, because today's video is coming full of illustration, not gonna lie.
So you can check that video, because I don't want to drag it too long. I'm already 6 minutes in my video in this scene, by the way. But you can check this video. Asphalt Legends Unite multiplayer is unplayable. Check it out. Drop a like on Cars On, and shout out to Cars On. So yeah, the comms already explained everything. It's about people 360ing everybody. It's the most unlikable thing I've ever experienced, and trust me when I say this, and I can show it to you here right now. All my life, normally I was streaming quite often, not super much, but quite often. But after the grand opening, look at the time in between, right? It's only 3 times of streaming, when before, although during this period of time I was doing a lot of projects, but I went all the way to stream 50 from I don't know when. But you guys can see here, I was streaming consistently, and I was doing Ghost, Classic, Season, etc. But now we have the first Ghost slipstream that we had, which I played because of that. Asphalt Legends United live streaming 3, Season Series 3, Week 3. Not even the World League. No. We're talking about Season Series Week 3. And then here, live streaming World Classic. And that has been 2 weeks since I have been streaming it. And this one was 4 days right after the grand opening. So normally I would be streaming quite a lot, but it hasn't happened at all. And it's kind of bad that this has got to be, you know, the most unlikable seasons ever, and the change that have been made unannounced. So GameLoft, please fix this. Make sure that we have back, our previous seasons back. Make the World League an extra season. But do not make it the main season that has classic only, because I don't like to play it anymore. Because there is no Ghost slipstream. There is too much 360 from people who can barely play. People that, you know, you can't even knock them back down, because once you have been matched with them, they barely come back in your lobby again. And if you've been knocked down by somebody in the previous race, somebody else will. So you will rack up a whole list of names of people who have been knocking you down. So fix this. Okay, now coming back at the previous video, which I was talking about the knockdown fest that Carzon showed, I'm going to show you what I see here. This is Season Series Week 3, and in Season Series Week 3 we got Ghost Slipstream, which should have been also the case in World League 2024. Now, by selecting OK, you are acknowledging that you'll be playing Asphalt Legends United with players on other platforms. The crossplay feature will match you with players across several different platforms. Now, keep in mind, okay? Keep in mind, we are now in the 3rd week of Asphalt Legends United. Now, to my whole surprise, I'm in Silver League. Keep in mind, I am in Silver League, and I'm only in position 24,698. Keep in mind, people are playing on Xbox, Windows, Android, and iOS. And I am in position 24,698. Something is off. A lot of people are no longer playing. When I say no longer playing, I am seriously meaning it. Because if you take a look at, let's say, I'm in the top 40. Look at the position here. We're talking about the top 40. I wasn't even doing my best. But position 262,113. And I was using touch drive on my laziest with a car that I barely put effort in it. I will improve my time and get to the top 10%. I will guarantee you that. But see here, top 40%, 262,130. And then going back to the multiplayer, 24,698 in Silver League. Keep in mind, Silver League, which is insane. Silver League, let me show it to you here. Alright, I'm in Silver 2. I can use this car, okay? The McLaren Elba, which is one of my favorite cars. I'm in Silver 2. I cannot use this from Silver 1 because I'm not in Silver 1. Even though this car will definitely be my choice. This is a good car. By the way, isn't it fun that even the Centenario is in Silver 1? But anyways, so I'm in Silver 2. And I'm in position 24,698. Because of the Knockdown Fest. And here is the problem with the World League 2024. the Summarize Round 1. You should have told us before you've changed it that this would mean that the Classic season, Go season, and the Go Slipstream is gone. And I'm in Silver League too, hence the reason why I barely touch it. And as you guys saw, why many people barely touch it. And to be honest, I'm in Silver League right now, as I said multiple times. I can get to a higher league if I wanted to, but it will get annoying because I lost the sense of fun. This became a knockdown fest, pretty much the most annoying season I've ever experienced. Now I will tell you this, back in the days, not long ago of course, because Asphalt Legends multiplayer back in the day was fun a couple of weeks ago before we went to Asphalt Legends Unite. And Classic wasn't bad in case of knockdowns. I mean, there was sometimes a knockdown, but not as bad as now. But now, geez, how can you play when all people want to do is knock each other down instead of wanting to race? That takes away all the fun. It takes away all the fun. Now, I will say one thing that I will say right now, and credit where credit is due. Thank you, GameLoft, for making this special event a lot easier. A lot more people got their hands on a car like this. I haven't even touched. I actually have to finish this as well. But I had this car golden now thanks to you guys, and I can finish stage 16, which I should be accepting and jealous and get to top 10%. I will never reach top 1, never. But I just want the 500 tokens and 1 million credit because my car is golden. When I show it to you guys, I won't be pressing play. It's better if I use this. This is my car, golden. It's finished. I got the golden and I'm using the overclock card, so it will expire in 6 days and 13 hours. But you guys can see here, I got it golden. Thanks to GameLoft, making it a lot easier to get this car. And I'm mighty happy, so credit where credit is due. Although this was a car that I didn't have, all the other cars were available and they were not so hard to get. These cars are basically the basic cars that you can get in the beginning of the game actually. Except for this car, which you need a hunt for. And this one as well. But anything other than that was definitely fun. Now, going to the Pagani, I haven't been playing everything the way I should. I could, because I got all the cars. I got my Porsche 6 stars. Oh, the Porsche! But yeah, I got the Porsche. I got all the other cars that I can take. I got McLaren Senna 5 stars. And all the other cars that I have, I got them all maxed out. So I can get everything. And I can continue on getting everything because I have all these cars. And now, these cars are not even difficult to get. These hunts have been going on for quite a while. So everybody can get their hands on everything except for the Porsche. But still, that deserves some respect to GameLoft making this possible. And the Pagani Huayra is a B-class car, not the king of B-class, because it can easily be beaten by the McLaren F1 LM and the Porsche GT3 RS, etc. But it's not a bad car, especially in Go Slipstream. So credit where credit is due, and the event is now easier for newer players to get the key in the case of the Countach. And yes, like I said, there are some cars that not everybody has that requires a key, but the hunts have been there. But it isn't bad compared to the special events that we used to have from Asphalt 9. So my sincere compliments to that. Now, the next thing I want to hit is from the same, but the showroom. And the showroom really needs a massive fix. Make the showroom easier. Why? The requirements are insane. Here you need 50, here you need 20. You need to reduce the requirements from 50 and 20 to 12. Otherwise, people are on their phone the whole time trying to complete something that is too difficult to do so, because to you 20 or 50 may seem fair, but let's get the Lamborghini scene for example. Let me go back. It needs 1387 conditions to be met within 14 days. Sorry, but that's way too much. 50 races with the car that can be charged with 8 tanks per time. And yes, we can use tokens and some refills to speed up, but this will make you spend too much time on a showroom event than is necessary. And if you think I'm crazy, let me just show you the Aston Martin V12 Speedster. 7 days, okay? 7 days. It needs 902 conditions to be met within 7 days. So a C-Class car, which is only a 4-star car, isn't even competitive, has more conditions to be met in 7 days than a high-end S-Class car in 14 days, which means if this was 14 days, this would be over 1800. 1804 to be exact. And I call this car a high-end S-Class car for the Classic only, because it does very well in Classic only. Although cars like the Koenigsegg Jesko can pretty much beat it due to its floatability, similar to the cars like Ultima Res that can beat it easily, because the high top speed, and if you float, yeah, you will be able to float with 300-400 kilometers per hour in a corner, unlike the Lamborghini Sienna. But this has great handling. So you get the point. The next point is in the same showroom after receiving the car. Now in my case that would have been, let's say, the Volkswagen W12 Coupe. I've maxed it out. I only missing 3 epic parts, but the grind was way too much that I was not be able to make this car golden. Because once you have the car maxed out but not golden, although the chance of getting an epic info part is available, but after the event is over due to the amount of days, in this case 14 days, you can no longer make it golden. So after you have it, it's done. Now my suggestion would be add the option to get the car golden by providing epic info parts we can race for. Now let me show you here. We can get epic info parts by the end here. You guys can see you get 2 and you get some tokens, etc. And these ones are quite easy to get once you get to the end of it. Stage 22 here. You only have 20 races to get, but you will get a lousy 150 tokens. In combination with the 250 will be 400 in total. But this one doesn't give one. What about this one? Nope, not that one either. So you cannot. Hopefully this one does. No, not that one either. Wow, that's a bummer. Because I know for sure that you should be able to get the epic import part of this car. I've seen a couple of cars before that did have the availability of the epic import part, unless they have changed it. I don't know about that. Let me check out. No, more and more of these. No epic import part, but you do have the chance to get the blueprints. The Volkswagen. I think they have changed it, because I remember we were able to get. Oh yeah, there's another epic import part. So by this, I'm trying to show you guys that by giving us the availability of more epic import parts, we will be able to get that car golden, which also gives more of a satisfaction and a motivation. So, like I said, my suggestion is to add the option to get the car golden by providing epic import parts we can race for, like I said. And this can help even new players a lot who want their car golden, like the other cars that we have here. Because if this one is already difficult to get, I can definitely assume that the rest is also difficult to get. But for these cars to get it golden, that can be made golden. Except for this one can only give you. Oh, this one does give a lot more. You get 50 blueprints. So more than 50. I already have it called golden. But other than that, yeah. For this car, wait, hold on. How much was this one? 165. So yeah, 165, which means this car is able to get it maxed out in this season showroom, and you can get it golden. So yeah, if you guys can make this can help new players a lot who want their car golden without excessive requirements, or unable to grow or tired of it, because people get tired of grinding way too much for a car like this. And 14 days, I'm sorry, but that does not motivate me at all, seeing how much the scene already has in conditions. So yeah, this takes away the motivation and fun for the showroom events. We should not be allowed to. So GameLoft, please reduce the amount of conditions. Have it and make sure that instead of 50, for example here, you got 20, 20, 10, 10, alright. We go to the next one with the BMW, also 20, 20. Now, keep on going to what stage? Stage 17. Stage 17, I can understand that you want unlock condition. Oh, okay, I see. You already have maxed out. But anyways, yeah, that goes for other cars. Make it a lot easier, especially in case this, which obviously says 50 here. 50 races. I'm sorry, but that's, and you need 90 conditions to be met, which means you can do 50 races, then you have the 90 met at the same time. But that is just way too much. Sorry, but it's way too much. Unless, and hear me out, unless this one can be recharged quite quickly. That is one, because you also need to charge this up. You have already enough tickets, but the tickets need to be charged up quickly, and the car can be refilled quite quickly. That I would have no problem, because then I can do it in less than, let's say, an hour or two per day. Now I would have no problem with that, but to wait and recharge and then wait again and recharge, God knows how long it takes. And we're not talking about a regular B-class car. Now we're talking about a high-end B-class car, which once we charge it, let me charge it for you by pressing it. Garage. Oh, that's it. I need to go to A and then go to B. Alright. So here is the portion. Fill in 3 hours. Your gas tank is full. I cannot change, but this one is full in 3 hours. What about this? 3 hours as well. So we can assume by the Pagani Huayra that I have that this one needs to be recharged in 3 hours. Now, do that times, let's say, 50 divided by 8. Now, you'll have to recharge it at least, I would say about 7 times. 7 times 3 is 21 hours. Don't you guys think that's a little too much? I mean, honestly, I could understand if you say in 6 hours per day you should be able to get that, but no, it's way too much. So that has got to be fixed. Let me get my free card first. Always good to have a little extra. All right, and let me see what I have. Nope. So I'll have to wait again for another day for the Gentil Aquilon. I need only 3 epic parts for the Gentil Aquilon to have it golden, which is, yeah, motivating. At least that's a lot more fun. But that's what I wanted to show you guys. So yeah, I will see you in the next scene. So one of the things I want to show you is the change that GameLoft has made without informing us, which is very sad and not pleasing at all. And that is change of the required cars without informing us about this and asking us if we agree with it or not, because we have been used to certain required cars during these exclusive weekly car events for I don't know how long. For me it's only 2 years because I'm playing 2 years, but for people other than me it may be even longer. And for maybe people who've been playing for a year, all of a sudden the change does not make any sense. Why? Now, for this car, the VLF Force 1, the change has been made. The Cadillac Sienne concept is still there. However, I'm not going to show this, I'm going to show it through here. We have now, and I already have the car, so I'm not complaining about it, but I'm complaining for other people who may not be able to voice their concern about this situation. But their complaint is that they have now the requirement of an Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, which before was a Mercedes that you could get from the, what's it called again, the multiplayer, which they have changed right now. Now, normally I wouldn't have a problem with it, but at least inform us and make the required cars a bit easier to get. Now, this car is able to be get from the Legend store. However, you need to have a certain level garage before you can get the car from the Legend store. Now, I got this car golden, completely maxed out, and this is a great car. Let me say this is a great car with a nice top speed. Now, of course, this one is everything you see here is with an overclock, so you get 2.37 more nitro points, 2.41 more handling points, 1.04 acceleration, and 1.7 of top speed, which does result in a big difference. And especially in case of Ghost, this is actually a Lamborghini Huracan beater. Now, of course, I have my favorite cars that can easily beat a car, but this is now a requirement to get the epic import parts for the VLF Force 1, and only through this can you get the epic import parts, not through this. This will only give you a blueprint. This was not informed. Now, the next one, which will come right after this, which probably will be right after 3 hours, is the Lamborghini Egoista, and that requirement no longer has the, what's it called again, the Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. No, now it has the Lamborghini Aventador J. Now, it is somewhat an improvement, because that car is available through the Legend store. However, we were not informed, which kinda, sucks in this case. But now, coming to, and I cannot show you yet because it will take a couple of days, the Triumph Nemesis now requires the Rimac Concept S without informing us. And that is a car not many people have to get the epic import parts of the Triumph Nemesis. And I had the car, which regardless of whether it would be a requirement or not, I had the Zenvo TS-GT1, the S-Class car, and all of a sudden it changed to a weaker car, of course with better handling, but with the Zenvo is able to do floaties. You can maintain some certain top speed around the corner, which makes it, kind of with GameLoft. Why are you doing this? Please fix this, make it easy. I was expecting that if the other cars were having cars from, let's say, the Legend store, that from the Triumph Nemesis there would be, let's say, for example, the Terzo Millennio that you can get from the Legend store, or maybe a Chiron or something that you can get from the Legend store, and while informing us, or even get the Vision 18 97, whatever it is, or 1987, whatever. We need to be informed, and that was one of the mistakes GameLoft has made, and that requires immediate attention to fix this issue. I don't mind if the others will not be fixed, but for better or for worse, we needed to be informed, and some people need to have it a bit easier. Now, I understand that this can be a bit easy because you can get the car from the Legend store, so I'm not going to complain about the availability. However, in a Trian Nemesis case, that car is not available in the Legend store, and it's only available with pure difficulty for multiplayer, which is, and I will make a different scene about that, not even crowded compared to other races where you can see the position that you're in. And one of the positions I am in of one of the races is 442,000 compared to, I don't know, 23 or 24,000 in Silver League. Talking about Silver League from the World League 2024. But I will make a different scene about that, and then not about that, yeah. Or let's make a different video. That will be a different scene in this video. But yeah, I need to express my concern. This really needs to be fixed ASAP, guys. GameLoft, I really love you guys, but there are some mistakes that need your immediate attention to be fixed, and if there are more suggestions, I will definitely let you know. Check out my previous video. I will put it in the end cards as the suggested video that you guys can see. Click on it and watch it, which was the suggestions for Asphalt Legends 9 and Unite in that case, but now it is Unite, so you can implement it there as well.